You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 22 of season 2 of the Dialed In Show. How you doing, Steven?
I'm good. We are up and we are ready. How are you?
Good. It's another week. We are in a new month. Hey, it's the 6th month of the year. 2025 is almost halfway over. It seems like we just got started back with season 2 last week.
Yeah. And we have just been going. It's funny, last season you were you felt some type of way when I said we need to take a break in the season, like end the season at a time. And now you I'm sure you'll be happy when we take a break. Not saying this is bad, just saying you'll be happy when we finally are done with the season.
Just for only because it'll be cool to say, all right, it's season 3, but not because I want to take a break, but just to be able to say, okay, it's season 3. It makes you feel like you're progressing. You've accomplished something.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the point. And hopefully you guys are enjoying listening along. Again, I get multiple messages from people about the things that you say, Micah. Just people never know what's going to come out of your mouth, including me.
And here's the thing. All of my life, really, y'all are laughing at me and not with me. Because all of my life, half the time, I'm not even trying to be funny.
That's the sad part.
I'm just saying whatever comes to my mind. And really, I've gotten so much better. I don't say everything that comes to my mind. If I did,
that's good.
We would be canceled.
Lord knows if I would have a job. But we thank God for the job. All right. So initially in the rundown, I put things moms say, but I thought, oh, well, Father's Day is coming up. So we could do either one. It's not really a one has to go, but what parent saying, our audience is predominantly Black, what Black parents saying, are you just like tired of hearing or were tired of hearing your parent when you were younger say? So a couple of them is, ain't nothing in this house yours but an attitude. I don't think our parents ever said that.
No.
I've never heard that. Fix your face or I'll fix it for you. That's a common saying. You got McDonald's money. We didn't really hear that. I know the genesis, in Micah's words, for that statement from some Black parents, but I don't think we really heard that saying. Keep crying and I'm going to give you something to cry about.
I think for us, we heard versions of these things, but
so what's one?
Which one
I'm saying hear? What's something that you grew up hearing?
Well,
do you reading? What you struggling for?
Yeah, I'm reading the options.
Like what? No, I'm saying what is something you grew up hearing?
That I can share. I'm trying to think of
and the crazy thing is I wrote this and I'm trying to think of one. What's the saying we grew up hearing?
Okay, don't be stupid.
That's kind of simple.
I mean, now I guess okay, like you got McDonald's money. I mean, yeah, I didn't hear those exact words, but that I see like money don't grow on trees, or like money how you think this stuff's getting paid for?
We heard that.
Yeah.
Stuff may have been replaced with a curse word.
That none of this stuff is yours. Where it says about ain't nothing in this house yours is just I remember one time locking a door.
Oh my God, I was just about to say that. Your dad would freak out if a dog
you can't lock doors.
Jesus Christ. And it wouldn't even be locking the door to do something bad. It's just locking the door.
Yeah.
He would freak out.
Yeah. And it is a whole thing. Like, I don't care if you in the bathroom. You don't lock no door. I come in if I want to. Like, no.
It's like, all right, bro, calm down. Like, you are freaking out over, you probably don't remember the scene in the movie series Friday. The Hispanic guy says, "No locked doors."
Because I remember one time I probably only locked the door and got caught. Those who listen on podcasts, I'm doing air quotes, got caught maybe twice. But one of the times, it was around the time when, uh, unfortunately, there started to be a rise in like school shootings and bombs and
But
stuff
you
like
got
that.
scared at home.
Huh?
You got scared at home, so you locked the door.
No.
Oh,
Dad tried to come in my room and it was locked.
Mhm.
And just what was going on in society at the time, kids was doing a lot of crazy stuff. And
Oh,
he said, "You in there building a bomb or something?" He's like, "You." He said, unlock these doors. You ain't about to just be up here. So much so that Dad did not like if you was just up in your room
By
quiet for
yourself.
hours. Like he was like, "What are you doing?" Like, go play or go make some noise. Don't just
You upstairs too quiet.
Yeah. I guess he thought if you was too quiet, you was up to no good. Like, what are you doing? But yeah.
No, that is one. We struggle with the locked doors. Yeah, I don't really. I know a lot of people, and I'm so goofy. Like I laugh at things on social media because like I know these black sayings, and but come to think of it, like we didn't directly hear them a lot. Like the ones that I just laugh at. I'm trying to think of something Mom said.
Now, and Mom is watching. Here was my issue with Mom growing up.
Oh,
Um, um, for those who don't know, I mean, I guess many of you don't know. But and okay, and Stephen and I, and we've said this before, Stephen and I are 8 years apart. So there's some slight differences between when he was 10 and when I was 10.
yeah.
But from my experience, and those who in public knew Mom and Dad might not know this, but from my experience, Mom was the mean one.
For you.
Mom was the mean one. Now, here's why I say here's the issue I had with Mom growing up. Mom was a snitch. So, like, she was the mean one, and Daddy was only mean if she snitched. Like if she was if she instigated it, like but no, Mom was the mean one.
See, she wasn't the mean one for me. Like Dad was, but remember, I'm the first kid, and so trying to discipline and stuff. Now, like I would be nervous, like if I got in trouble, waiting for Dad to come home. Like I would go to the bathroom and act like I was using the bathroom and just stand there for like 2 hours. And then this is the thing is, I know some people can relate to this. Like you're gonna get a whooping, and so like you hiding, and then you get comfortable in your room, and then you fall asleep.
Oh yeah, you get woke up with that belt. See, to prove my point again, how Mom was the mean one. Now, yeah, did I get whippings from Dad? Yes,
I mean, you ain't
but
getting no whippings.
who?
You.
Okay. Just because I may not have gotten as many as you, because I was probably a better child.
It's not about that. It's a damn test dummy. The first child, you just testing stuff out.
But I did get whoopings. I have a vivid memory of one that was rough in my mind right now.
Oh my God.
Right there in that other room, they had the round clock table. I remember that vividly. I had on one of them robes I used to like to wear.
This man talking about what he had on.
I remember it vividly.
Oh wow.
But
okay.
I remember, I don't know what grade I was in. I had to have been 7th grade or younger because of the school I was going to. Y'all, I used to, and I had to have been, you went to college when your freshman year of college was my 5th grade year. So
Wow.
I had to have been in like 3rd, 4th grade because you were here and it was during school time, unless maybe your spring break or something. I don't know. Either way, as just such a young child, I had to get my own school clothes together.
Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Iron my clothes and all this other kind of stuff. So Mom told me the night before to get my school clothes together for the next morning. Now, at this time, some kind of way through the night, I would end up in Steven's room. And I could get in because your door couldn't be locked. So I could get in. Man, sleeping in the bed with Steven, I get woke up to being attacked by a belt from a grown woman.
Your parent.
My mother is whipping me awake. Talking about, didn't I tell you to get your school clothes on? And I don't know if you remember, she started whipping you too. For no reason.
That's why I didn't like how the oldest child get in trouble for what the youngest child did. That ain't my fault.
Well, she said, and I think one of us ended up saying that you didn't do anything. Like, why were you getting a whipping too? And she said it was something she didn't know about that you probably needed a whipping for. So you was getting it. And it was just like, you didn't have to wake me up hitting me.
You making this sound so abusive. We were not abused.
No, we weren't abused, but it's just, I think for me, mom was more of the rough one the majority of the time.
No. I got a whooping at school by dad.
I remember in Miss Mobley Stevens' class. I remember that day. How
you remember that day?
Because I don't know if it had to have still been during school hours because they made your classmates get out. But I was with him, and so that's why it's confusing.
I was talking back, and she's like, "I'm gonna call your dad." I was like, "Call him." That was dumb.
Yeah, I don't know why I was with him, but I remember that day. Is she still living?
I don't know.
I've not heard about her in a long time. Hopefully she is, but I don't know. And then, another thing, and again, at that time, you were older than I was. Well, you always are older than I am, but so many teachers back then seemed so old, but really they weren't old.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. Yeah. Like you think, okay, we probably thought those teachers were like late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
And they were 40. Jesus.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on. They still alive now. How old are they?
Yeah. It's so many of them, principals and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought they was in their, like you said, 60s back then.
Yeah.
But
man.
Well, they look crazy.
Oh,
because
you said they look rough.
I mean, just think about
they
some of them.
have aged, is what you were saying.
Just think about some of them. Some of them, I'm not going to start calling names, but some of them, it was like head full of gray hair, acted old, the whole 9 yards. It's just like, oh, wow. They still kicking it, a lot of them. But yeah, so
what age do we think these people were?
I mean, seriously, some of them that now we're seeing turn 70, 75, whatever. Legit.
I mean, they were 35 when they were
not 35. You graduated from high school, what, 20? Oh, wow.
2007, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Isn't that almost 20 years ago?
Those who are 70 now, yeah, they were 50.
And looked old.
Looked it, acted, talked it. And maybe just because we were young, that's what it seemed like.
Man. I mean, and then I think that the generation that we grew up in, I mean, you expected your teacher to be a little older. Like now, it's interesting, like seeing like teachers on Instagram, and they like just graduated from college last year.
Yeah, we ain't had no young. I mean, very few. We didn't have no 25-year-old teacher.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think just different generations. You look at like you just expected your teacher to be old, like how already be established, have a family. And like now, and I mean, there's a teacher shortage, but now I see so many teachers, and like I'll be looking at videos, and then I'll look, I'm like, hold on, this person graduated last year.
Yeah, they be young. I mean, and I guess our teachers were young at one point.
Yeah,
they just didn't teach us.
I mean, think about it. I think when Dad, well, and Mom, but when dad was a teacher. I mean, he's pretty young when he taught kindergarten.
Yeah.
He couldn't have been that old.
Had to have been in his, if not
30s.
30, but 28, 29 probably.
That's weird.
So
We gotta
y'all,
ask mom how old she was when she started teaching.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to think of how old she was when she had me. I think I know for a fact she was already doing it then.
Yeah.
Because there's a picture of her in the classroom. She was pregnant with me. So
Yeah. I used to
yeah.
ride to school with her.
Yeah. So y'all, let us know in the comments some of the things that your parents said to you when you were growing up that, might have been a little, out of pocket. But
Is it out of pocket?
I think, and these are, like you said, black moms, black dads.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, white parents have a different way of going about things.
So I've been joking with one of my producers. She's a new mom. Her kid is 1. And we joke and say she's doing this.
She's European.
No. Where you
She's
get that from?
African.
What? Where are you getting that from?
I'm asking, what's her
She's white.
ethnicity?
White.
Okay, yeah, she's of European descent.
Oh my God. That's what you were trying to ask?
Yeah.
Oh my God. But we've been joking with her because we call it soft parenting. She says gentle parenting is what it's called. And we were like, don't be doing that soft parenting. But yeah, I mean, parents do different things, especially nowadays. Lord Jesus. It's a whole different type of parenting. All right. So talking about kids. A woman from Maryland is facing charges after police in Florida say she hit a child who made fun of her weight on a flight from Orlando. Charging documents say she slammed the child's head into the window of a plane. Apparently, this child called her Miss Piggy.
First of all, she does look like Miss Piggy. That's number one. What? You should never included the picture. Second, don't touch nobody kids. That's not yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. That's
Why was she sitting next to the child?
What do you mean?
Like, so she allegedly slammed the kid's head into the window.
She was in like the middle seat.
The
The child
middle
was in the window
seat?
seat.
Okay, why wasn't the child sitting with the adult? I'm trying to see how old the child was.
Because the child probably wanted to see out the window.
So documents say she began hitting the child with her fist and then a water bottle and slammed his head into the airplane window. Police did not detail the woman's relationship to the child, so we don't know if that woman was an aunt or something, maybe. She told police that the kid became disrespectful during the trip to Disney World, and when they got on the plane, they got into an argument and began calling her fat and Miss Piggy. See, that means I think they're related.
Do we know how old?
Because how they get into an argument? How were they doing stuff before they got on the plane?
Yeah. Do we know how old he was or is?
Does not say.
Now, I think this. Let's say they're related.
They got to be related. Because how you arguing before you get on the plane and then on the plane?
If they're related, I don't see anything wrong with a little mouth face in the window. Because hey, you calling me fat and Miss Piggy, you asking
Yeah, they
for
definitely
something.
know each other. Because this said after he called her Miss Piggy, she decided to take the phone away from him, and he got angry. He pushed her arm off the armrest twice before she responded by smacking him. But she took his phone. They must know each other. Unless he was like recording calling her Miss Piggy.
All of this is being taken out of context. A little bad little boy talking mess. She takes his phone.
Mm-hmm.
He assaults her, and then she kick his tail. It just so happened today on an airplane.
Not a good place to allegedly push a kid's face into a window.
He should have left that woman alone. I bet you he won't never mess with her again.
I want to know if they are related.
If they're not, they spent way too much time together.
Correct.
If
Or maybe she's like stepmom, or I don't know. Just how do you have a confrontation before you get on the plane? Then you get on the plane and it escalates. And then, like, I guess I'm saying a random person is not going to take a child's phone.
Well,
unless maybe he was recording calling her Miss Piggy. Because what does the phone have to do with anything?
Yeah, I don't know. Now I've been, and I'm sure you have seen, emotions flare at the gate waiting to board a plane. I've seen people kind of get into it. Where was I going? I don't remember, but when we was coming to or coming back from Arizona, and they were lining up all the handicapped people, and this black woman was in the handicap line, and this lighter hued woman brought her handicapped mother in. They were all in wheelchairs, and put her handicapped mother in front of the black woman, but there was a line. Oh, she wasn't having that. She wasn't having that. She was about to not be handicapped for about 2 minutes because she was the kind that could walk. The black woman, and so it's like you get on, and so there was just tension after that.
But I would assume they didn't sit together.
They were near each other on that plane, not because all of them got on first, and so they kind of sitting toward the front. But no, they weren't right next to each other. Moral of the story is, don't start no mess with nobody, especially you about to be locked in a bubble with them for however long.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Last week, Micah pointed out Mr. Massey, Antoine Massey, one of the escaped inmates in New Orleans. He is still on the run, and another guy, but he is still on the run. To give some background, Massey has a history of escaping police custody since he was a juvenile at the age of 15. Since our last podcast, one of his family members posted a video, kind of saying that he was wrongfully accused and stuff, and saying, yes, he was a bad child, in her words, but he was wrongfully accused of whatever crime he's in now. Monday, a video surfaced of Mr. Massey on social media talking about his case. What was your reaction to that video, Micah?
As I said last week, Massey is he, what they say, he not new to this, he true to this. Now I think it's a little foolish to put out this video, but he kind of playing them, like the system, like you put out a video basically saying y'all can't catch me. But here's what's interesting. In the video, he's asking people for help, including the 47th president of the United States, Donald Trump. I think this is what's going through Massey's head. He's seeing all these people that Trump is pardoning, and he even heard that Trump said he could potentially pardon Diddy if he felt that Diddy was being treated unfairly. And Massey thinks that he's being treated unfairly. And so he's thinking, but here's the thing. I don't even think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think his crime was federal. It's not Massey.
No.
So Trump can't help him anyway.
Correct.
So that's dumb, Massey. Here's where you need.
He gonna come find your ass.
Come on.
Oh, what?
I'm not scared of him because God got me. And
you weren't about to say that.
It's just, I don't know. I think really he should lay low anyway because the way he looks. He did not shave his head like I told him to last week on the episode.
Well, we don't know when he recorded this video.
He did not try and cover them tattoos. None of that.
He ain't following none of your playbook.
No. Now we don't know where he is. But obviously he's got access to a phone and social media and stuff. Which I really think that's gonna come back to bite him.
Yeah, duh.
That's
Or he recorded this video days ago and had a dumb friend upload it for him. So that friend's gonna go to jail, not him. You know what I'm saying?
now,
They're gonna track where it was uploaded.
yeah, the other one, he's laying low. The other one, he's already in Dominican Republic right now.
I would say, see Massey taking all the attention. And he just like good. Like,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
you think he in the DR?
Somewhere, I know I would get on somewhere. Canada. I need to learn the new man name. I keep wanting to say Trudeau.
Mm.
I can't remember his name.
We had an escaped inmate. He cut his ankle monitor on the day his trial was supposed to start, and they caught him Monday morning, and he was caught in the county that he escaped in.
How many days had gone by?
I don't know, like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh, see, that's stupid. 3 weeks. You know how far away you could be in 3 weeks?
Sometimes hiding in plain sight is a good thing.
Yeah. Yes, but not now if you escape from jail or prison. They gonna catch you.
Well, see, he was on house arrest, and that was a whole controversial thing. So he allegedly killed a guy. He was in jail for like 6 months. Got a $2 million bond, bonded out,
Oh wow.
violated the terms of his bond, got rearrested, and then posted another $2 million bond, and was given house arrest.
Who is this?
He's some country guy, so he must have family members with some deep pockets.
Because
He
normally
violated,
you pay 10%.
huh?
I'm saying,
And
like,
then they
to
let
get
him
out, you have to pay
stay. They let
10%.
him stay at like his grandmother's house in a neighboring county, and we drove past the house, and it's like a lot of land, so somebody got some money, basically.
If he had to pay the normal 10% of the full thing, that's $200,000
Twice.
twice. Oh nah. Whoever, unless it was his money that he put up,
Mhm.
whoever put that money up need to go kick his tail.
Well, they might have put the property up.
Still go kick his tail.
I don't think his grandmother's alive.
Man.
Yeah. And it was on the day jury selection. So he cut his ankle monitor. He cut his ankle monitor, and he was home with his wife. He cut his ankle monitor, set a fire in the room so that the firefighters would respond to a fire and give them time to get away, I guess. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
shame on the judge for giving him the opportunity
And
to,
that's what I said. There's been more pressure on judges about bond.
yeah.
Because it's like, okay, you set bond high the first time and he got out. Then he allegedly violated the terms of that bond. So it's like, how does he get another bond? And the argument has been, and we think, well, not we, because I'm in news, I see this every day, but people think like bond is not meant, the original purpose of bond is not meant to punish. Bond is not punishment. It's to ensure that you will return to court. And so with that in mind, like there's been this whole argument about bond. Like Texas lawmakers, they got some of what they wanted, but some they didn't. But they passed a bill that basically would allow a judge to automatically deny a bond for certain crimes now.
But I think that gets to be tricky because we're supposed to believe in innocent until proven guilty. And so if you say certain crimes, saying you automatically deny a bond, that's you already kind of saying the person's guilty.
Yeah, because what if you have someone that's charged with murder that end up not doing the murder?
Right.
Then they're sitting in jail. Yeah, I mean, I understand the argument.
And depending on how backed up, they could be sitting in jail for quite some time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that. Now, I think if you violate the terms of your bond, you should not get another one.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. But I don't know. I think we're supposed to have due process and stuff. And to me, you making the judge be the judge and jury until you have the trial.
Yeah. Well, all right. To round out our show, so we've been reading books. Well, trying to. Mine is downstairs. I was gonna get it. So Original Sin, this book that Micah has been talking about, who he has not finished it, but I finished it Monday. And I posted on my Instagram, oh, I read 2 books in 2 weeks. And a lot of my followers have been asking me, oh, what did you think about the Biden book? What did you think about the Don Staley book? And I honestly think, and we agree on this part, if they had all this information, they should have publicized it before the election. And you can't tell me they ain't have some of this information from all these sources before the after the election and just got it. I think the book just gave an interesting account. Is it a hit piece? I mean, yeah, you can call it a hit piece or whatever, but it gives an interesting account from people who wanted to remain anonymous but gave their true thoughts of what they saw. And it really, man, the end is what book do we read where I think we read a book recently or something where I mean it's a chapter, but it's like breaking down into moments. And so it's like days. It's like July
What
5th,
the book
July.
we read by what's his name? 1960 or
Right. I think it's that the run up to election, the
mhm,
JFK election. It's like
yeah.
so it is chapters, but then it kind of goes days. And so that's my favorite part of the book, kind of where it goes like, you know, the Democrats in Congress demanded a Zoom meeting with Biden. Then Jim Clyburn went to go visit Biden. Then Chuck Schumer went to go visit. Like I kind of enjoyed that, peeling back that. And then like Obama, you know, wanting to support him, but saying like, so it really came down to Chuck Schumer saying like, dude, your pollsters are lying to you. Well, it wasn't the pollsters, but his staff was getting the poll information and telling him what he wanted to hear. And he was like, you are losing. He's like, you have a 5% chance. And he was, and apparently Biden was like, do I? And he was like, yeah, they're not telling you the truth. Like Chuck Schumer was the one really like going
Yeah,
at him.
from what I've gotten so far in the book is basically that everybody around Biden lied to him. That they lied to him and lied to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Lied to him about his success and lied to everybody else about his cognitive ability.
Yeah. So I
But
mean, I think it was a good read. Like I said, people still gonna call it hit piece. That's fine with me. But it was just interesting to read. Interesting to read.
it's only a hit piece, one, because of how they framed it. The book is
Mm-hmm.
framed in a very negative way. It is you could have said all the same stuff without like trying to make it sound bad.
Mm-hmm.
But then, and I know you don't want to read fiction books, but Bill Clinton just not too long ago released a book, or it's coming out something. It's called The First Gentleman. I'm gonna buy it. I want to buy it. It's fiction, but
Mm-hmm.
it's based on the first gentleman, like a female president and her husband's perspective. And Bill Clinton, I watched an interview a couple days ago. He said,
Was it with CBS Sunday morning?
"Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,"
watched some of it.
and he said that was the first political position that he wanted that he never got. Was being the first gentleman. But in the book, they say that they a lot of this stuff is really close to how it really is, as far as what it's like being a president and stuff like that. So I just want to read it because I
When does
think
it
it'll
come
be
out?
an interesting perspective. And
When does it come out?
perspective is what I meant to say. It might be
I
out
didn't know.
now.
So that's why he did the interviews because he was talking about his book.
Oh, to yesterday. Yeah, that's why he did the interview.
Is it by James Patterson?
Yep. Bill
Bill
Clinton and
Clinton
James
and
Patterson.
James. Oh, okay.
It came out on Monday.
Oh, we'll have to get it. I'll see if it's at Barnes and Noble before I order it at on Amazon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Amazon shipping. Somebody wouldn't be here until Sunday.
Hmm.
Oh Lord, it's 480 pages.
Ooh.
Um,
480 pages is a well, the Jake Tapper book was like 315.
okay, and this is
Oof.
almost 200 more, 150 more.
Man, my coworker was telling me, I gotta tell you the name. You might like it. So she said it's a historical fiction. Like, so it's a real person, but some of the parts is fiction. So I'm not too, I don't know how I really like that, but she said it was the first female cabinet secretary. It was under FDR. She was, I don't know what she was the secretary of, but it kind of talks about the private parts of her life. Like I think her husband was dying or died, and she was trying to get back to him, but like she had to attend like this sign in for Social Security start becoming a thing, and like she's the only person not smiling in the picture and stuff. But like it's about her life, but certain parts of the story are not fact. It's like it's what they've heard, and so they're kind of embellishing on it. But I gotta remember what the name of it is. But she told me Monday that it was a good book, so I'm so far enjoying reading more. Like during the pandemic, I started reading books.
Do
So I
you have a
tried to.
book lined up to be next?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. What's the next book? First Gentleman could be a book.
Well, but it's not true though. You say you don't like fiction.
But I'll still read it. But yeah, I don't like fiction at
I
all.
don't either, but to me, this is a political fiction book.
Right. So I might be interested in it.
Yeah, and I think it's unique because it's not a random person writing it; it's a former president
Right. Right.
writing it. So,
So that'll be our next book. There you
all right.
go. 400 pages. You ain't gonna be done with it until August.
Yeah, I'm probably, to be honest with you, not gonna read the whole thing.
Just get the audio book.
I'm gonna skim through it.
Oh my god.
But really, that's what you do with most of these books. You get the gist
What, you
of
don't
it.
supposed to just skim through a book?
You get the gist of it. You read the first few pages of the chapter.
What?
Then you read the last few pages
You
of the
may
chapter.
miss a nugget.
You skim through it. And look, I put this mess back on here for just the sake of the podcast.
Why?
This morning.
I don't understand why you take the sleeves off. I think Dad did that.
I had to go find it. But yeah,
But why? I use it as a bookmark.
No, I fold the pages.
Okay, why didn't you just have a bunch of bent pages?
They unbend. See? Oh wait, you can't see.
What page are you on? 100.
That's page 24.
Are you serious?
And you get the gist
You've
of the
had
book.
the book longer than me, and you only on page 24?
Because I've been reading other things. I'll pick up and say, okay, well, what can I pull out of this book today? Then
This
I'll go
book took forever. Jimmy Carter.
Rest his soul in peace.
That saying was all jacked up. You said rest his soul in peace. The Jimmy Carter book was 668 pages.
And you read it cover to cover?
It took me a while. It's a good book. It's a good book. His very best. It's a good book. All right, guys. Well, so if you want to follow along, the next book is The First Gentleman, according to Micah, by former President Bill Clinton and someone else. Former President Bill Clinton and James Patterson.
So here's what I need to do today. I need to, not today, but this week, I need to finish Original Sin.
Right. It's not that hard of a read.
And
do your little skimming.
Oh yeah, I'm not reading every single word in this book. I'm not doing that. It's very rare that I do that. A book has to be so good for me to do that. I'm not gonna do that. And this is a whole nother conversation. I'm real, to be honest with you, I was just trying not to say this because I don't feel like hearing Mom or anybody else. Why I really stopped reading this, I can't read.
That's why you're supposed to have glasses. That's another story for another day.
So looking at the words too long, my head start hurting, my eyes get blurry and stuff, so I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, First Gentleman is the next book. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on this episode. What?
That was a little abrupt, but okay.
Oh, was it? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching, listening, share, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Y'all supposed to share stuff. Mike is supposed to look at the analytics. I don't even know if we're growing, staying stagnant, or what. So
I did look the other day and I saw there was some type of like, not what's the word I'm looking for? I was about to say some kind of terrorist country that somebody was watching. I'm pulling up right now. I can tell you. I just want to see where people are. Okay, last week's episode, there were people in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in the Russian Federation, which I didn't like that. because I'm like, oh, Putin, stop listening to the Dialed In Show.
Oh.
You're gonna make them think that we with you. We're not. Because here's what's interesting in the Russian Federation and Ukraine, Hungary and Romania. So it was.
That's just some bots.
What was funny earlier when you said the majority of our audience is black, 52% of our audience is from the United States. The rest are from all of these European countries. So we got like a strong, even though it's only a few people, but we got like a strong European audience. I don't know what it is we're saying that is making
they spying on you because they ain't got nothing on me.
But yeah, and whatever we talked about in episode 19, that was a little bit more of a popular episode. I don't know what we talked about.
Okay. Well, y'all need to like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue to grow. That's our show. We'll see you same time, same place next week.
Bye.